Gavin's a special little boy. He has a rare medical condition called lymphatic malformation.
For me, I don't really think that he looks different.
He has changed the way that we view life completely, changed our mindset on basically everything.
Hi. Hello. Who's that?
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
One thing everybody says when they meet Gavin is that he is the happiest kid that you'll ever meet. I mean, everything that he's gone through, you'd think that he would be somewhat down and, you know, have an attitude, but he's always happy, always smiling, always laughing.
giddy. Giddy.
We didn't know what this condition needed or how to treat it. It's not like any normal condition, it's super rare.
To get sideways.
Good job. Lymphatic malformation is an abnormal growth of cysts within the head, face, neck, and it could even happen in wherever there is lymphatic vessels. And it occurs in only 1 in every 4,000 births. So we first discovered that Gavin was going to be born different when we went to our 18-week anatomy scan.
Yes.
We were there to figure out if he was a boy or a girl, and obviously to measure all of his limbs and heart.
Crazy fro.
The doctor came in, she started doing her scan, and she looked at us and told us, you know, he has some sort of mass, and she said it might be what's called a cystic hygroma or lymphatic malformation. When I first found out that Gavin would be different, I was terrified. I didn't know what to think. When he was born, his mass was a lot more severe than what they expected it to be.
When we saw his, we were like, damn, that's nothing like we had ever seen. And the doctors were even, I think while we had so much care as the doctors were like, that's the worst we've seen in 10 years.
So that was scary in itself. I first saw him, and you can see like the machines behind him, but I wasn't crying, I wasn't, you know, upset. That was him, that was my baby. Everything was worth bringing him home because as a parent, of course you don't want to see your child going through that, but at the same time, it's just who he is. That's who he is. That's Gavin's story. Bringing baby home.
Oh, my Dickie. Here we go. Oh, it'll be grumpy.
Keep going. Let's go. Having a child with a visible difference has taught me that life is precious. It's not always going to be the way that you think it is.
For me, I don't really think that he looks different, and it doesn't really bother me. I guess now we're on the other side of the spectrum versus seeing somebody's child look different. I think now I'm more so like you never know their story.
When people stare at Gavin in public, I don't really pay any attention to it. I've had people come up to me and ask, and I think they want to ask what's wrong with him, but they just don't know how. So they'll be like, how old is he? And he's so cute, but they just don't know how to, I guess, approach the situation. But if they just say, hey, what condition does he have?
That's all right.
Just ask. Honestly, I'm not gonna get offended. I want to raise awareness. By sharing Gavin's medical adventure on social media, it has opened so many doors for, you know, raising awareness. I've had moms contact me with their children who have lymphatic malformation and they don't know what treatment to go with, or they'd ask me for advice, and hopefully they didn't feel as helpless as we did when we first started out.
Like, doesn't it? Hey, that's Grandpa. That's Grandpa.
Victoria turned 29 a couple days ago. It's actually your first birthday.
With him home.
With him home. This time last year we were still in the hospital, so it's the first one we were able to, both of our birthdays we were able to celebrate at home. It's good to be home.
It is.
Oh,
It's gonna go get you.
she's gonna get you with the
It's
pickle.
gonna get you.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Through the hard parts of the journey allowed us to learn. When he was in the hospital, I always said we have to stay positive. I didn't want any negative energy in there. And I think that with him overcoming everything and him being so strong made me that way. And a lot of people reached out to me through his Instagram page. They're like, wow, you are so strong. And I'm like, that's just how I had to be. When parents see this story who are in a similar situation, I hope that they take away the fact that we are trying to be as normal as possible. Yes, there's always going to be that obstacle that you have to go through, ask for help, ask for support.
You know, the first day you're gonna think, why do I gotta do this? Why me? But we always say this, and people always say this to us, is there's a reason he is our son. It's made us stronger as parents, as husband and wife, with our friends, you know, so it's gonna have its challenges, but I promise you it will have equal and probably even better rewards.